from those of you who watched Tyra in the beginning, when she started expanding her brand into television, she always stated her role model was Oprah. And watching the series, I'm like, who speaks like she? It's like, I feel like has embodied an Oprah type of personality. Reminded me of Oprah, but I have to keep in mind that Oprah is her role model. And y'all know Oprah is a really cutthroat businesswoman. You know, I'm kind of confused about how they thought modeling would be. Women like Tyra, Naomi Campbell, and the rest of them who had to come up on their own, they went through hell. Models go through hell. I don't know if people understand that, but nothing is sweet about the modeling game and coming up in the modeling game. Hi guys, so I finally finished watching the Tyra Banks America's Next Top Model reality check mini series on Netflix. I know I'm a little late. I started last weekend, but I've been working all week, y'all. So I finally finished it just now, so it's fresh in my mind. And my thoughts haven't changed since the first episode. I think it's like 3 episodes. What does Tyra have to apologize for? If anything, she owes Nigel, Mr. and Mrs. J an apology for how she treated them, especially Mr. J. How she stopped speaking with him after he stated he wanted to leave the show. I believe she handled that incorrectly. She could have been more compassionate with him since they were friends. I would understand if they were not friends, they didn't have that type of personal relationship. However, from what was shown in the series, it's shown that they were close friends. So I do believe she owes, him an apology. And as far as how Nigel and Mrs. J was in Mr. J, how they all were released from the show, that came from above her. It came from the network head. So you know what I mean? If the 3 of them believe that it was Tyra who advised them to let the 3 of them go, I'm sure that the network could have provided some documentation. I'm showing that it wasn't her, it was actually them requesting that they be let go. But what did they want her to do? Did they want her to just cancel the show instead of letting them go, or continue? Now, I did watch this show when I was younger. This show came out when I was in high school. I didn't watch until season 24 or 25 or whatever. I stopped watching before the 3 of them were let go. So I think after high school, I just stopped watching. And I graduated from high school in 2006. So, and I think the series started in 2003 or 02. I don't remember, guys. It's been so long ago. It's been 20 plus years ago. So I don't remember. So what I'm saying is, those 3 are delicate situations. She could have handled that differently. But from those of you who watched Tyra in the beginning, when she started expanding her brand into television, she always stated her role model was Oprah. And watching the series, I'm like, who speaks like she? It's like I feel like has embodied an Oprah type of personality, because you know when Oprah says things that may be not be politically correct or may upset people, she does that little smile thing, or she Tyra kept doing this little smile thing that kept reminding me, after she would say something challenging, she would do that smile, and it reminded me of Oprah. But I have to keep in mind that Oprah is her role model, and y'all know Oprah is a really cutthroat businesswoman. So what do you all expect? Okay, now I'm gonna go to the girls. Those women who were on the show, who were offered opportunities, I don't see what she has to apologize for, especially Danny. Danny seemed really upset. Her story, you can just tell she was telling her story with great conviction and hurt and pain. And I'm not going to discount her hurt and pain, but Danny wouldn't be here where she is now, us seeing her on this Netflix documentary, without Tyra. About the closing of her gap, she looks much better with the gap closed. Free dental work. It's not even completely gone. You can still see it's just not as big and apparent now. Danny speaks also much better than she did previously. I remember watching the show, she sounded like a slave. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, but this is what it is. She sounded really like a country bumpkin. She sounded like she had speech issues. She sounds much better. She looks much better. I'm kind of confused about how they thought modeling would be. Women like Tyra, Naomi Campbell, and the rest of them who had to come up on their own, they went through hell. Models go through hell. I don't know if people understand that, but nothing is sweet about the modeling game and coming up in the modeling game. So I'm still confused as to what they believed modeling was about. Maybe they were sold a different perspective from the network or the TV show. But from what we hear, how models are treated, they're treated like shit and they're used and abused. Everyone knows that. And I'm not saying that that's right, but that's just the game that they've signed up for. Okay. And that woman, Shandy, I think that's her name, guys. The one who slept with another man while she had a boyfriend. What the fuck does that have to do with Tyra? Tyra didn't make you do that. You did that. The show didn't make you do it. The producers didn't make you do it. You had a little bit too much to drink and you slept with that man and you had a boyfriend. So I just think that some things were blamed on Tyra that were not her fault. And it baffles me. These women were offered opportunities that many models were not offered. Eva the Diva wasn't on there. And she has a career in acting. She did what the fuck she had to do to get to where she needed to be. She's not on there complaining. There was another one who I didn't see on there, Yaya. I don't know what she's doing now. Some of them aren't on there who who came from top model but who made something from them for themselves. I believe they thought that it was going to be easy because they were on the show. You still have to try to make something of yourself, even coming from the show. Now, I know Eva, I don't know her real name, guys, her last name, Marcel. I'm just going to call her Eva the Diva. Although she is not modeling, she's acting now. But she's still making money. She still has fame. She's still in a, in a good place. So these models complaining about Tyra, first of all, some of them I didn't even recognize. They let themselves go that badly. Okay. Wow. And I'm just I don't know when they let themselves go like that. I don't know if they just got sad and just gave up, but whatever. I also want to say Danny looks beautiful. She has beautiful African features, cheekbones, she is so pretty. I don't know, guys. I just hope that this fame that they're getting from this show, maybe they can make something of themselves or get the fame that they always wanted. Maybe this documentary will open some doors for them instead of them complaining. That's what I kind of felt, like they were complaining for being given an opportunity. The only individuals who I felt were backhanded were Nigel and the 2Js. The girls, it was still up to them to make something of themselves. That's just how the game goes, guys. Showbiz and things like that, it's not easy. It may look glamorous from the outside, but it's not glamorous. It's not a glamorous lifestyle. It's a hustle and bustle type of reality, type of profession. And Tyra doesn't owe them an apology for giving them opportunity. And Tyra looked so pretty. Tyra is so pretty, guys. I remember she did this movie where she was a doll, a Barbie doll. I was so young, I don't remember when it came out, but Tyra is just very, very beautiful, especially in her younger days. And still now, she still is very beautiful. I don't believe she owes those girls an apology for giving them opportunity. Everyone is responsible for making something of themselves, okay? So those are my thoughts on it, guys. Let me know how you all feel or if you even watched it, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.